excited that you're back with us for another episode of Meet My Mississippi Authors and Artists on the Hill Country Network. And I'm telling you, I know the coolest people, and you are really, really, really in for a treat today. I told him, hey, I'm glad you came before you really blow up and get too famous to even talk to us. So thank you for coming to see us today. And tell us who you are, where you're from, where you're born, where you went to high school. Get all that out the way before we start talking about the really cool stuff.
Thank you so much for having me. This is a real pleasure to be here. My name is William Hurd. I'm from Tupelo, Mississippi, birthplace of Elvis Presley.
Yes.
And I went to Tupelo High School. I graduated in 1994.
With the mayor, y'all were class.
Yeah, the mayor and I were actually roommates in college for a semester, and then at Mississippi State University. Go Dogs!
Yeah.
And then I think I'm 44 years old.
Okay, and I told you, I was asking you, when did you get rid of the beard? Because you look 10 years younger. I'm loving it. I am loving that.
When I first started painting, I was, a lot of artists have beards, so I said, well, I'm going to have the beard persona of an artist.
Right.
And everything. So there for many years, I had a long beard, and my hair was
Right.
a lot longer.
Yes, Wolfgang Mozart.
And then, so a couple of years ago, it's getting so hot here lately.
Wow. Okay.
It's been just burning up hot, so I said, well, I'm going to get my summer cut, shave my beard, and everybody's just saying I look 10 years younger, so I think I'm going to keep this look for a while.
I'm loving it. I am loving it. Okay, now tell us when all of this art stuff about your accident, what happened that gave you the gift of deciding to do all of this art.
Well, it all happened, I guess my life was totally changed, turned upside down, literally turned upside down on March 14th of the year 2000. I was in my last semester at Mississippi State, and some friends and I were leaving a restaurant one night, and I lived just outside of Starkville, and so we were traveling home. I was sitting in the back seat, and I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, and I lived right off a gravel road, and as we're going on the gravel road, the gravel on the road was really thick. I've been living there probably 4 or 5 months, and the driver wasn't really used to the road, and there's a bridge there, and the bridge is not gravel, so we transfer from a paved bridge on the gravel road, and you're not used to the road. The car started to fishtail, and it's went off a ditch. I was sitting behind the driver. I got thrown to the windshield, hit my head, back of my neck on the windshield, and it snapped my vertebrae, C5, C6. And they rushed me to the hospital in Tupelo, where they did surgery that night. They fused that bone out of my hip, fused it back of my neck. And I spent 3 months there in ICU, getting stable, trying to stabilize myself. I had a trach to help me breathe in my throat. And then after being stable there, they weren't sure. I was ready to go to my next step with rehabilitation. They flew me in an air ambulance to the Shepherd Center in Atlanta. There I spent 2 weeks in ICU where they weaned me off the trach. They would take it off and I could breathe. A few minutes, they put it back on. They take it off again for 10 minutes, they put it back on. They weaned me off. It took a 2-week period. They weren't sure if they were going to be able to do that or not. I wasn't able to wean off, and then after that, it was time to start my rehabilitation. I had to learn how to eat again. I had to learn how to dress myself again. I'm a quadriplegic, which means I can't move my legs, my toes, or wiggle my fingers. I can move my wrists and my arms and my bicep. I didn't have much tricep muscle to bring my arm up, but after intensive rehabilitation and working out, I came home 3 months after being at Shepherd Center, and then just the next couple of years. Well, the first year I was pretty depressed, and so I didn't really want to do anything.
You're going to be a wonderful inspiration, and you are an inspiration to so many people, because you can come out of going through the situation of being depressed about it. You got to go through that. That's like a grieving a lot. It's kind of like grieving your past life. You're coming to something else. So how was that little tunnel of coming through that? Let people know, hey,
It
there's
was
light
rough.
at the end of the tunnel.
It was rough. I really didn't want to live that whole year. I was just like just praying to God, just let me just go in my sleep. But after a year of feeling sorry for myself, being depressed, it was like I just had this long night of praying and trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with myself. And I woke up next day, okay, it's not who I was before my accident. I've got to start. In high school, I played sports. I have to start getting stronger. So really, there for the next 2 years, all I did was exercise, work out with weights, and just try to move my body around. Like in the beginning, I didn't have any tricep muscle, but I would literally sit in bed at night for hours and just move what I could. Just move what muscles I could, and gradually over time, I could see myself getting stronger. I was able to dress myself again and learn how to eat, and I slowly started using muscles I hadn't used in a while, and then
That's amazing.
and just I saw an improvement, and I just kept doing it, and then finally I was able to live as an independent person now. I drive, I do everything on my own. I don't need any assistance.
I love it. So tell us about this miraculous thing in rehab. They introduced you to painting, or as part of the rehab process. So how did that go? How did that come about?
Well,
thank you. Whatever program you were in, thank you for that.
Well, it was at the Shepherd Center where I first started painting.
Mm-hmm.
They had a studio, and twice a week, 2 or 3 times a week, I would have my little manual chair, and I'd push myself down there.
Mm-hmm.
They would tape a paintbrush to my wrist, and I started painting ceramics with this ceramic paint that had little rocks in it. And I would paint it with a paintbrush, kind of like this, and then they fired, and the rocks exploded, and the whole thing turned a different color. And I'm like, wow, this is awesome. I did this, And then I would paint on canvas, but I was kind of just draw abstract designs and stuff. And it was a lot of fun for me. My range and motion in my arms were kind of limited, so there wasn't really just a whole lot I could do at the time. So I thought to myself, well, I'm just going to do this and try to excel and just have fun doing this. And then when I came back home from rehab, I painted at the house. On the porch, we set up a little studio area, and I'd get up and I would paint some. Like I said, with the paintbrush taped to my wrist. But I couldn't really do what I wanted to do with the paintbrush taped to my wrist. I didn't have much control over it. So I kind of stopped painting for a while until one night this movie came on the television called Pollock. It was played by Ed Harris, about his life. Jackson Pollock, who I didn't know anything about who this guy was. I didn't really know any artist at the time. But I saw the movie and I said, wow, that's the first person to ever drip paint and call it art. So I said, well, I want to try that, So I've been getting a little stronger, and now I'm starting to drive on my own, and I decided to try painting spoons. Well, I got a styrofoam ball, stuck it on the end of the spoon, and I had surgery on my wrist where I can grab things with my thumb if I bend my wrist down, and I can pinch. So I could pinch a ball, styrofoam ball, and I could control the spoon. I'd grip the spoon. I had cups in my lap, a spoon in each cup with a bottle, and I grabbed the spoon, and I'd lean over and drip paint. I put the spoon back, grab another spoon, and drip paint. And I did this for probably close to a year or so. And then I'm in the back with my mother. She painted children's furniture, baskets and things. So I'm in the back closet of her studio, and which is small. I can only move forward or backwards. I'll move forward, grab the paint, move backwards, drip paint, and I'll just go back and forth. And then doing this for a year or so, just experimenting. I looked down after painting one night, and I pretty much can't even tell what colors what, because I had grabbed the paint and coming back with it, dripped in my cups. So I just grabbed the cup and dumped it on the canvas. I was like, it's kind of neat,
Okay.
kind of cool. So I grab another cup, and just dump it on the. Like, wow, this is a lot of fun. The colors are kind of all swerving around, and depending on how you grip it, slow or fast, high or low, and then so that's kind of how I got started painting
Oh
cups.
my goodness. And I told people, I was asking you, I wanted you to bring that butterfly, but we're going to show a picture. We'll edit that in. Oh, the beautiful butterfly that was done, some of the art. Now tell us how people started wanting to get some of your art, and when did it start taking off, and when our artworks, how did that come about?
Our artworks, I was a peer supporter for an organization called Life, Living in Independence for Everyone. And I traveled around. When I was in the hospital, that organization sent someone to talk to me and my family in the hospital. Kind of let me know what to expect. My family know about how to be someone living life in a wheelchair. And so I went to work for them, and I met a lot of people peer supporting through them. And it was like I was painting at the time. I was like, well, this would be good. Painting's helped me so much. I found out a grant from the Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services where they provided a grant to do projects like this. So my mother was about to retire, and we used her studio, which is now kind of my studio.
And tell us exactly where that is so they'll know, because every time I look over there, when I go at the little stoplight, I'm like, oh, look.
We're always out and about over there. It's on 603 Clayton Avenue. It's right across the street from the Forklift Restaurant. It's so it's a great place to eat, get coffee in the morning. So we're back and forth, and they do a lot of stuff for us. We have little art shows and things.
So when you stop at that light on Jackson, and just look over there. If you're coming that way, look over there, and you'll see them. Stop in and see them and see what they do over there. So how many people come in during a day, or in your program, or what kind of programs do you have? Does it cost anything? All that.
Well, everything's free through the Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services. And we've gotten grants from Toyota and Mississippi Hills Airlines and local businesses and local organizations. They also help. We've been doing this now for 12 years.
Yeah.
We have, some days we'll have over 100 people with disabilities come through our doors. And
what are the hours? What time do you open the doors? And
Tuesday, we're open all day Tuesday, pretty much around 8 o'clock to about 5 or so. And then by appointment groups, we do a lot of day facilities. We go to churches, schools, camps, boys and girls clubs, festivals. We'll set up our paintings. We'll talk to the kids at the schools about art, persons with disability, and the importance of wearing a seatbelt. I wasn't wearing my seatbelt in my accident. We try to get that across to the kids, and all the kids get a canvas of drip paint. And then we'll do a group large canvas for the school.
Wow.
So we do a lot of that, and it just keeps us busy. And just recently, we decided to start another project. We're building a little park called the Mill Village Outpost. It's going to be like an outdoor studio. We're inside. Our students, we stay inside so much. On a pretty day, we don't want to be inside doing art. Just be outside doing art. It's on the corner of Green Street and Chestnut Street.
Okay, where's Chestnut Street now?
Just go down South Green Street, past railroad tracks, just past Relics and Sweet Tree, Simply Sweets, and Towns and Motives down there on the right, across from Lackers Electric.
Okay.
Melissa Pounds donated a couple acres of land, and just last year we got a grant from the Mississippi Council of Developmental Disabilities.
Oh my goodness.
And we had Hodges Construction come in and donate 40 dump truck loads of dirt to fix some of the low spots.
Okay.
And we had the Evening Cemetery Club and Tupelo Lunch Cemetery Club. They came and helped out with buying some supplies, gardening tools, raised flower beds, and they came in with a tractor and smoothed out the dirt they put in there. We built a 100-yard nice wooden fence around it for privacy, and we're going to have a chicken coop.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Woodworking area.
Wow.
And concrete. We're going to have an awning for like a pavilion to do arts and crafts there.
That is wonderful.
There's something else to keep us busy.
Oh my God. And people are really getting behind this thing. Every time I look around, there's an article in the paper, there's an article in some magazine, and we're going to flash that up on the screen. I mean, just all these things about you. And I said, like I said, I'm so glad you came before you get to be this big rock star. Because, okay, look, we were at the Plantersville School for, I think it was, what is it called? When they show different people in different, trying to get them to know different professions. And everybody's standing around looking because all the kids were at your table. I don't even know if you realize it, but I mean, I have a picture and I'm going to put that up too. It was like the kids were just in droves trying to get to you and how you did your painting and everything. And the rest of us was like, okay, well, we have a table. But it was so neat. People are just so interested in how you do that, and it's so inspiring to kids.
Well, I think we have. I think when we go to the schools and talk to the kids, I think a lot of got to do with I'm on the same eye level
Oh,
as the
maybe
kids.
it is.
And I've noticed
not
that.
intimidating or something.
I've noticed when you look at a kid eye to eye, they're not really much afraid of you. So it's kind of interesting. They pay more attention.
I have 2 or 3 pictures. I'm going to flash them up, I'm telling you, on the screen. Because, I mean, they were just like hovering over you. They were just trying to get in. They were just like in a circle. And I was like, wow, that is amazing.
And they love somebody you mentioned splatter paint.
Oh, they love it. They were just hanging on every word. Like, can we do it? Can we do it? Let us try it. And, just the fact that nobody's going to be mad at you for getting stuff all over the place. Drop it anywhere. You have these shoes on. You made these shoes. Oh, my goodness. This is amazing. And we're going to show a picture, a close-up of that. You just splattered the art. How did you do that? Say it again.
Well, when I started drip painting, and I tell you how I started painting the butterfly, it was there for the first year or so. I did a lot of abstracts, and then I kind of perfected my technique. And then something that came to me, I was kind of transformed from action. It's a new life, like a butterfly is transformed from a cocoon to a butterfly.
That should be your logo.
So the butterfly was the first image that I painted that had got lots of color in it. Butterfly
I love it. It's my favorite. I love it. You should make cards of that and sell it because I love it. And people are always asking, can I buy it? Because I asked you once, can I buy that? Or can you make me a magnolia that looks like that or something? But I love that. I love that.
And just kind of went from there. And so I do a lot of butterflies and then flowers and then abstracts and representational kind of thing.
So when y'all see the William Hurd line of shoes and T-shirts, y'all know Patricia Neely-Dorsey needs to get a cut now because I told him. But we are so excited about what's up next with you. Anything? Well, oh my goodness, the big outdoor thing is a major thing.
Yeah, we're still working on that.
When is that going to be open?
Well,
we've
had classes out there, folks out there already, and see once we get it going, we can help more people because it's a bigger space. We're going to have picnic tables out there, benches.
Wow.
Got raised flower beds, a big garden out there. We want to teach yoga to students.
Oh my goodness. And y'all can have family picnics for, a family day for the people who are,
We're going to build a little wooden stage.
Wow.
So have some entertainment out there.
So I can come read some P&D,
Yes.
Mississippi poetry for
Yes,
y'all,
of
and then you
course.
can make a whole bunch of magnolias.
Yeah, of course. We're going to do everything.
Yes, I'm loving that. I am loving that. Well, give us your website. Do you have a website that people need to go to? YouTube? Tell us all about that.
I just started a YouTube page, William Hurd, and then an Instagram page. I have on Instagram how I painted my shoes.
Okay.
I've tried experimenting with everything in the kitchen, except the kitchen sink, everything but the kitchen sink. Pizza pans, cake pans, plates, spoons, forks, knives, anything you can put paint in to drip it. I painted these shoes with a plate. I got a styrofoam plate and I drip all kind of paint in it, put my hand in the shoe and drip the paint over my shoe, and that's on my Instagram page and my YouTube page.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's Hurd William on Instagram, and then William through Ellen Hurd. And then we have Our Artworks is a nonprofit organization there on Clayton, across from the forklift and restaurant. And then the Mill Village Outpost is our new park we're building, and so we're staying busy.
Well, what is your message through your art, and what is the message that you want to give to everyone, and to kids or to anyone with disability, just your overall, what do you want, what is your life message you want to be?
Well, it's of course never give up. You know, wake up every day, and it's a blessing just to be alive. That every day you just give 100% of what you're doing, no matter what you're doing, whether if it's getting up, taking the trash out, or making coffee, or just getting up, going to work, wherever you're doing, just you know, be the best at it. Don't ever quit, and you know, and help people along the way. Do whatever you can. There's no better service than the service of helping others. And you know, having these programs help me, I think, more than anything. It keeps me busy, keeps my mind focused on what I'm doing, and painting, and trying to do all this what we're doing. So we have a lot of great volunteers and helpers, and so it's just a
If you want
blessing.
to volunteer, stop in. They would love you to help volunteer, and of course, they love money too. So hey, y'all can donate some money.
We're nonprofits, so you get tax write-off,
Right.
and then carpenters. We can use carpenters for to help. You know, we got a lot of
Whatever
things
you
to
can do, you can help them.
Sure.
That is wonderful. I'm just telling you, you have been a blessing to our lives just by being who you are and what you do. So
Well, thank
we
you.
are
Thank you
blessed
so much.
with your life, and thank you for that.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for tuning in again for another episode of Meet My Mississippi, authors and artists on the Hill Country Network. And I'm telling you, did I tell you, I have the most wonderful friends, and you better not miss an episode. Thanks again. Thank you so much for coming.
It's inside me, girl, it's in the air. It's who I am through and through. It won't take long till it gets to you. It's everywhere. Mississippi magic is sweet molasses breeze. God, country, family, that's what it means.